Alright. So we continued off where... Let's see here. Did we actually go through all of this town? Let's double check. Alright, so I think what we want to do is we want to load. There we go. That's where we were. So let's check out this town. Make sure... Okay, this was the frontline form. So I don't think we actually explored this fully. Nope, we did not. I'm going to assume that these people are not actually trying to harbor contraband. Nothing to report. So I think that we're going to assume that they took this contraband from someone else and they're storing it here. Yeah, let's go with that. Because we made a choice to take this artifact. Okay, so we I didn't realize that that was going to solidify the answer, where we leave the. So I'm going to assume that leaving the artifact with this person is going to allow us to come back in the future and grab a bunch of goods. Instead of one powerful artifact. For example, like these vases or something could have really good stuff in them in the future. Who knows? Ooh. That person over there, I'm wondering, bonjour, how's everybody doing tonight? Right now we have a game called Artifact Adventure Gaiden. We're actually pretty far along in it, and what's happening in this game is there is a cataclysm that is on its way, and that's going to spell doom to everybody in this world. I'm a messenger. I speak on behalf of the judge. King Regulus knows everything about the impending cataclysm. See, the impending cataclysm. So about the truth of your existence, about that which is dream and that which is illusion. Yep, I absolutely do. Running through all the games. About the future and past, King Regulus has met with the judge and learned of the fate of this world from them. Having accepted the fate of this world, he set in plain motion for his world and his people. So I think that that's part of a quest that I started earlier, where this person's going around, like, talking about the past. Let's see, which quest is that? That was Memories Lost. So that might be a part of the Memories Lost quest. I actually played one. I think the one right before this was it's called Witchcraft Tower Defense. It's actually kind of cute. It was a fun one. It was short and sweet. I'd say this one's a generic RPG, but in some sense it is not. And actually might die here. Yeah, I'm on the verge of dying. Yeah, I just died. Tower defense is, it's a short one too, it only had 30 waves. Let's see if we don't get those mushrooms this time. There we go. Whoa. These enemies are level 48. So they're on the verge of being a little too powerful for me. But we're gonna try. Alright, we got it. So that's been one of my favorites. I can't say that it is. Ooh, there's an artifact. I can't say that it was my favorite, but it definitely was a fun one. More mushrooms. They're so difficult. I got shrunk. Now I'm gonna die. I don't even know where I am. I legit don't even know where I am. Oh, these orb things. I didn't realize that was a new enemy. There hasn't been a new enemy in a long... Okay, so it wasn't a new enemy. The graphics in this one is it's kind of like Game Boy old school style. It has a bit of a feel of multiple different RPGs. Like, it has a feel of the classic Dragon Warrior. Whoa! Is that one larger than even the larger ones? Like, I'm gonna die again. Like, I might not should be in this area. It's got Game Boyish graphics. You can even set the two-tone colors yourself. Like, you can go to like a whitish color, a reddish color, or this greenish color, and maybe like a grayish color, I think. Sky Monarch. Let's see what that is. There it is. Boost attacks against flying enemies. Get an extra jump. Whoa, a double jump. Bonus to air damage. Champion. Okay, so they're not called elites, they're called champions. That's not too bad. I have too many other decent passive skills. Virtual Boy. I don't know about Virtual Boy. Let's see. Like, go to options. I can show you the different colors. There's this normal greenish color. There's this whitish color. It's kind of blinding. There's this palish, and then a red. Yeah, I guess it does have a bit of a Virtual Boy hue to it. I've been playing on it's the easiest on the eyes, so I've been playing on this one. But oh, Repel Axe. I'll take a look at that. Significantly stronger. You don't get health when you kill something, but you get more health when you hit something. So it says it repels. It's a little bit longer too, so that's actually useful. Yeah, it's not quite, but it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that 3D-ish look, you know. I'm sure if it had like a 3D-ish look, it would be like effectively there. But I'm stuck. Ow. I'm gonna die again. Maybe I just keep my distance on this one. Kind of slow, but reliable. Yeah, I know. The old style Game Boy graphics are nothing to be sad about. But what's going on in this battle or what's going on in the story? Because those are two different things. Like in the story, there's a cataclysm on its way and the king has summoned you and you're supposed to like save the world. You know, you're generic. You're the only one who can save us. And in the battles though, yeah, you're just basically running into them with your weapon. You don't even swing it. And you just hope that you bounce into them more than they bounce into you, realistically. Which I actually don't think I can win this fight. But we'll try. We'll try. There's been a lot of health pickups. Wow. I have one art. Oh, I have full health. I have one artifact that gives me one respawn for combat. And I've already used it. You don't have a magic meter in this game, you just have 3 skills, and each skill has an activation cooldown in the bottom right. Go get him, boy. I have a little dog. Yep, same old, just... You're the hero of everyone. You didn't ask for it. And you conveniently, like most RPGs, you conveniently lost your memory. You have no idea your past. There's some people who are skeptical of you and they don't trust you, and actually there's some like townsfolk and soldiers who are trying to do you in because they don't trust the king's judgment and whatever else. So it's got some. It's not a terribly involved or in-depth game, but yeah, a dog, I'm sure. Alright, so I got some kindling. Kindling allows you to take out these webs. These webs are what spawn enemies. So if you have kindling, you can just burn them down. In the overworld, if you played Zelda 2 for the original Nintendo, the overworld plays almost identical to Zelda 2. Okay, I feel like this is what is responsible. So I made a choice. This game is full. Yeah, you don't know what you're doing, so you're the perfect person to go and help us, because you have no reason not to and nothing to live for, right? You have no past, no history, no family. So each thing you do along the way, it gives you multiple choice. Like, oh, do you save this person or do you let them die? I haven't played Undertale, so I wouldn't know about that one. Gasp! I haven't played Undertale. But yeah, see the enemies that spawn on the overworld, like just like Zelda 2. Like, fight me. And you fight kind of just like Zelda 2, in some sense. These enemies are a little weaker, so it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah. So, that's too bad. Zelda 2 was definitely a decent game. I liked Zelda 2 for what it was. The interesting thing about the whirlpools is they're longer. The combats are longer, but you only have to do it once, and you gain a fragment of a shard. Well, I guess a shard is a fragment, right? But when you get 10 of them, for every 10 you get, you unlock more of the lore. But the lore is super cryptic, doesn't mean anything unless I'm sure at the very end it all makes sense. It's like, the world was without light, and there was like an alternate universe with another world, and how could the balances exist? Like, okay, that told me a lot, you know? Like, I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure it'll make sense sometime. But we're near the very end, to the point where, or at the very least, we're closing in on the halfway point. But I feel like we're nearing the end. Part of that is because I have the ability to fast travel almost anywhere I want. From soft style. But I have the ability to travel anywhere I want from the beginning of the game. It's got a lot of versatility where you take companions. Like when we're in, those people following me, like they never do anything. They're just following me as a symbol of like, hey, you hired me, but I'm just gonna hang out back here while you do your hero thing, right? And each one of them has a perk, and it's a permanent thing. Like one of the guys I chose allows me to fast travel out of the end of caves, like you saw me do. It also allows me to fast travel around the overworld. So I'm like, that sounds like a good perk. I'm gonna pick him, and I'm glad I did. It allowed me to move around the map way quicker. So, based on the fast travel, I learned that there's not many places left for me to go on the map, so I think I'm coming near the end. But this game, you can see my health going up and down, because every weapon you get allows you to gain health just from damaging an enemy with your weapon. So, yeah, whenever you run out of places to go, that's a good sign that you're nearing the end for sure. But those three guys at the top, well, the two people and the dog, those are the three I chose. And they have their own quests, their own skills, their own not attributes, but their own ability, like fast travel. Because I chose that first guy, I got fast travel, and I can go to any place in the game I want to go. If I want to go to any, I've already been to all these places. There's only like a couple of places left to go. And then I have to go back and talk to the king. And when I talk to the king, he's like, are you ready to take on the Cataclysm? Because I've been going around the world just helping people. And the choices I make are permanent choices. Like, this game says, oh, choices matter. And I'm like, yeah, right. You know, I've heard that 100 times before. But no, in this game, you literally get, like, life and death choices. And whenever you make your choice, it always tells you, come back in 3 years. I'm like, okay. Well, what do you mean, come back in 3 years? That's because when you engage the king, when you take on the king's request to, like, are you ready to take on the Cataclysm? And you're like, yeah. Technically what happens is you train for 3 years, and then you go take on the Cataclysm. And then that training for 3 years allows all the fruits of your labor throughout the world to come to fruition, and you get to go reap all the rewards of all the multiple choices that you made. Which is, I think, a pretty cool idea. So it's up to you how many multiple choice not mini games, but side quests you want to do before you take on the end of the game. So that's all I've been doing is going around completing side quests, really. And I'm getting really close to saying, yeah, King, I'll train for 3 years, the Cataclysm will start, and then I'll be able to go see all the things I did at the beginning of the game, reap rewards or maybe sadness, and then take on the final Cataclysm, whatever that is. That's what I anticipate. Who knows, it could throw me a curveball and not actually go that route. We'll see. But you can see these combats are pretty bombastic. Like, so many things going on. Like, you can't even really tell what's happening. But as far as Abyss shards go, I have 72. So I think I now have enough to look at lore number 7 and read that one. I'm going back through cleaning up all these whirlpools I found. But there's also a benefit to going and looking at the lore, is you're usually rewarded with a bunch of money. So, even if you don't care about the lore, you get rewarded for just going and reading the book. Whoa, I've never seen a bat with a ball and chain. That was different. It's always been a land animal that's had the ball and chain. Spiders! But after about the halfway point, you've seen all the enemies, and that at least all the ones that I know that are going to be in the game, all the generic mobs, and there hasn't been a new like monster in like 4 or 5 hours, and so all they do is increase their level and make them stronger by giving them random attributes like the ball and chain, or they'll shoot fire out, or they'll have a poison, or icicles will come out of them. So each enemy can have a random modifier that's given to it to make it harder. But the enemy itself is, you know, I've seen them all basically, right? But I did hear about a dragon from one of the townspeople. Makes me wonder. Because this game really hasn't had any bosses. It was just more powerful versions of the generic enemies. So, is there going to be a dragon boss? I don't know. Like these enemies, they die and they leave a suicide bomb. Like, they could have had a ball and chain, but no, they leave a bomb behind. That's what makes these ones harder. Okay. Moving on. But so far, I've enjoyed it. I'd give it like a 7 out of 10 at this point. I've played a lot of RPGs in my day. Like, I've easily played over 100 RPGs in my life. Or it feels like it anyway. Maybe I've played like 70, but this game, it's not bad. I've played worse RPGs. I've played better. Oh, there's the guy with a poison smoke cloud. And I think this game does a service. Like, I think there's an option to turn the screen shake down, in case you're sensitive to that or whatever. Like, it's either this game or it was a previous game that allowed me to do that. You know what? Actually, I think it was a previous game. It was a game I previously played called Skellies Ain't Scary. It was just basically a Binding of Isaac style clone. And that game was, I think that one allowed me to turn the screen shake down. But either way. Oh, those are the icicle shooters. Come on. Come on. I can't reach you. Yeah, it's been an interesting one, for sure. Like I said, I've enjoyed it. I definitely would recommend it. If you're not into these kinds of games, it's got nothing that would really bring you into it. that I can think of. But if you already enjoy these kinds of games, it's another one you'll likely enjoy. Like I said, it's coming near the end, so there's a chance I might be able to roll a new game tonight. See, game number 12 would be. I will say the combat it's on average more engaging than a generic JRPG where all you do is press fight, magic, use cure, you know, those kinds of games where you're pressing buttons and waiting for things to happen. The game, like I said, is in a sense more interesting than that. So I don't know what's in here. Oh. Oh, okay. Feels a little empty. This will be a shorter fight. The monsters on the main map are always a shorter fight. Let's see if there are whirlpools over here. Okay, there was. I think northeast and northwest are the places I have yet to go. Did I? Oh, I didn't catch that whirlpool. Did I actually explore this town? Okay, yeah, that's something I can't. So one of the characters that you can choose at the beginning is an extremely wealthy noble, and he's like, "Oh, if I join you, you can have $1 million, literally $1 million, and I have all these houses across the world. Every time we go there, you can have like $500,000 I've got stored there." I'm like, nah, I'm gonna pick the guy who lets me fast travel. Gansar, I don't know if I've been to Gansar. Dragons who attacks started because of one cocky warrior who stopped by the village. I haven't been here. He said he'd defeat the mighty dragon. Then he came back here after he got his ass kicked and an angry dragon followed. After that, the warrior took responsibility for his actions by running off to hide somewhere. Yeah, sounds classy. I got dragon troubles here. We figured out that the dragon roosts in the cave to the southwest. Really? Not that knowing that will do us any good. It's not like we could do anything about it. Well, you know where you don't want to go, right? You just stay away. If things continue like this, we'll have to leave the village. Sorry about that. You couldn't have come at a worse time. The village is going under ongoing attack from a dragon, and I fear it won't be much more than ash soon. You just missed a terrifying roar. Came from the mountains to the southwest. If I were you, I'd leave as soon as possible. So this is a quest, and quests, like I said, are always multiple choice. You can choose to do one thing or another, and they're usually polar opposites. I'm wondering if this one is to kill the dragon or to let the dragon live. That would be an interesting multiple choice. Woo! There are some times where you can get bounced around by enemies so hard that you go flying through the air, literally past the top of the screen. Just boom, upwards. It's pretty amusing. You can do the same to certain enemies as well, but that's pretty few and far between where the enemies are influenced like that. Oh no. No, no, no. Mushrooms. They're, I believe, in my opinion, the mushrooms are the most dangerous enemies in the game. Especially the champion mushrooms. The champion mushrooms. I mean, I love mushrooms. Like on pizza. And that's sauteed. Like, and we leave it at that. Like, that's about as good as mushrooms are worth. Let me see what There's a dragon's cave, right? Dragon's nest. Which one is it? Okay, it's that one. I think there's one whirlpool that has some elite monsters in it that I've never been able to win. I think I want to try them again. But I'm gonna check my inventory first because I got a lot of money. My gear is lacking. Like I have the, I realized at the end of last night's stream that I have the starting shield. I have not upgraded my shield. Like, you know, if I upgraded my shield, I actually might have a better chance at some of these fights. But in this game, your offhand doesn't have to be a shield. It can be a magician's orb or a shield. And that magician's orb is, it doesn't just block for you. Like a shield, all it does is block for you. But the magician's orb has a chance to, or it usually is accompanied by other stats. I've been here, right? Yeah, that's right, that's right. I already completed this area. It's that I think there's a whirlpool on the west side. Like, oh, I don't think I've been there. I don't think I've been there. Those are two of the places I think I have yet to go. Like, I think it's west of here. Misty Forest? Yeah. Now we're getting back to the beginning of the game. Where is that one? I'm getting closer to an area. No, it's through the mountain range. There it is, down south there. But how's my money? I don't quite have 300k. 300k is where you get, you can purchase elite items for 300k. Everything else is much less expensive than that per item. I only have one elite item, and it's my my guardian armor. If you do exclamation mark redeem, space, and then the name. Oh yeah. These things hurt. You have to spell it right, though. You know, ever since the zombie apocalypse ruined the economy, no one knows what the fair price for anything is anymore. I do believe that I'll have a chance on this fight. I'm significantly stronger than the last time I tried these guys. Oh. Nice. I'm getting a little surrounded here. That was a bunch of good hits. I actually gained more health than I lost there. More? There's more? Mushrooms! Oh, I'm tiny. Trying to avoid that. Okay, the mushrooms are gone. Yeah, I finally did it. That's all I get, it's just one shard. Just like any other whirlpool. It was just an elite one, that's all. So let's go back to... Let's go to the Crystal Cave. Like I said, I haven't been there. Also, the mage's Cloister or whatever it's called. I don't think I've been here either. It's a missing person. There's a note on the ground. It reads, "If you're reading this, I beg of you, please help me." Note ends there. I was researching instant teleportation, but the induction field collapsed upon itself. As a result, it's become impossible to reside in one place for an extended period of time. Ooh. Money! This guy's still got money. Alright. Once you have the Magicite, place it on the altar found in the lower levels. This is another one of those potential multiple choices where if I help the guy out, then 3 years later, he'll have something for me, no doubt. I'd better make use of what little time I have left and leave some notes behind. So the notes are really short because the guy can only be in a short time in any one place, right? Did you find both Magicite crystals? Dude, no. Chill out. I haven't even started looking. It's locked, so you need to find the key. Are you saying that you don't know where the key is? Or you just didn't bother telling me in the message that you wrote? First, you need to acquire 2 different types of Magicite. Ooh, I found white Magicite. White stone that slightly distorts its surrounding. So let's go northwest again before I head down into the basement. Oh. Do I go up or down first? I don't know. White is light, black is shadow. That was kind of, you know, a given, right? The altar won't resonate without both Magicite crystals. Like he's saying the same thing over and over again. Oh, that drawer's locked. I have to come back. Memory serves, one of the Magicite crystals will be on the first floor. Okay, I found that one. Guy doesn't even know where his stuff is at. Everything else seems really organized, so why aren't, like, the keys and the green sword, why aren't the most important stuff organized? 80 to 88, not the worst. Gold discovery chance up 50%. I don't think it's worth it. Like I said, I think I'm nearing the end of the game. I don't really think I need the money. The keys are hidden in the shadow of a stone pillar in the underground corridor. Shadow of the stone pillar. Remember that. Did I come up this way? Yeah, I think I did, yeah. On the underground passageway, you said, right? Shadow of a stone pillar. Like here? Look beneath a flower planted in the courtyard. You'll find it there. So I already got that one. Alright. Look at all these stone pillars that they gave me to have to look around. Ooh, did you see that? I think there's numbers written in the floor. There's 5. There's 2 over here. Oh! Near the beginning of the game, there was a 4-digit passcode. All begins in the west. I'm wondering if it's referring to these 4 numbers. I bet you there's 4 numbers here. Hey, there's the desk key. Found it. I don't think I need to look through any more of these, but there's an 8, so 528. Help me! I've lost count of how many days it's been. I can't take any more of this. That's gotta be nerve-wracking. Just 0. So 5208. Seeking Shadow. Imbues you with an aura that raises consecutive strike odds. That's pretty decent. I wonder if it's better than Man's Best Friend. Shadow where sun rises, light where the sun sets. 5208. The other magicite crystals in the desk drawer in the study. Okay, so I have that. Oh, you know what? I should go. Oh, there's gonna be a way to teleport. I feel it. There's gonna be a way to fast travel. The next note will likely be my last. Someone please help me. How does he know that? Take note. Once placed, the crystals lock into place. You won't be able to recover them. Yeah, there's my teleport. Left side, right side. Alright, so let's go back up and get that, the black magicite, I'm guessing, from the altar. So 5208. Remember that. Alright, there's the black magicite. Oop, I can teleport here. I'll fast travel. Alright. Alright, let's see what these 2 magicite get me. Five, 208. 5208. I'll never forget that. I just now I gotta remember where the numbers go though. Why yes. Ding. Ding. Let's help this guy out. The distortion of the air is palpable. You're back. You saved me? I don't have the words to thank you. Sounds like you just did. Right? Am I wrong? I'm haggard right now. Just let me rest for a while. Someday I'll repay you for this. Yeah, like in 3 years, right? And I'm guessing. Oh, nice. You got enough experience to level up. I'm guessing it's going to say, come back in 3 years. Rescue the man. You should visit the mage cloister in a few years. Yeah. Alright. Easy peasy. So yeah, where was that? Where was that? The 4-digit passcode. It was early on. Oh, there's the whirlpool I missed. I don't remember. But you know what it is? I'm gonna be going back through like all of these places whenever I move time along 3 years. Maybe anyway. Like, depends if I feel like going back through all of them. Getting all the rewards I'm likely due. But there's a chance I'll run into it then. So I'm not gonna go looking for it. I'll remember the numbers. I'll remember the 5 and the 2 because those two numbers are just opposite shaped of each other. I'll remember the 8 and the 0 because the 8 and the 0 are more or less the same shape. Easy logic. Get in the corner, you. Boom. Nice. Hey, 8. It was 5208 is what it was. But well, I'm not exactly guaranteeing that's the order, but that was the more or less top left to bottom right organization of it. 5208. Come on, dog. Help me out. Stuck in a corner with those exploding skulls. Champion hand. Those are annoying too. You just don't want to come down and have fun. Thank you. Whoa. That is a big scorpion. It's kind of scorpion you find in a desert. Nice. And then there's the crystal cave up here, which... Oops. Happens a lot where I think you need to go up because you pressed up to get into it. But going up makes you leave it. I got a lot of money now. I'll be able to buy my second elite item if I so chose. There's a pair of boots that were really sweet. I mean, they did good things, but I don't know if it's better than buying like 4 other moderately upgradable items as opposed to the one super item. Queen sword. Whoa! 18 to 19. But the consecutive hit is insane. And it has life orb discovery chance. That life orb discovery chance might just be worth it, so let's try it. Because I have perks to picking up life orbs, so I'm trying to stack as much life orb recovery chance as I can. Actually, let's get this. I've been using a lot of kindling, so this'll actually recover some of my kindling. Whoa! That multi-hit is crazy. Here's some more animations for you to see on your screen. Wow. It didn't look good on paper, but it's functioning pretty good. Yikes. I also have a weapon that has life regen on it, but that weapon is way outdated, and the life regen on it would not keep up with today's monsters. Get some more kindling. Nice. Go through the secret over here. Ooh, so here's a soldier. You think he's for me or is he against me? You'll draw the cataclysm toward us! Your birth brought this world a perilous step closer to ruin. If you have any love for our world, you'll spare us by taking your life. But if you want to accept our merciful proposal, we'll take your life for you. Yeah. I wonder if this multi-hit is area of effect. It looks like it's not. Looks like it's not area of effect. Where I stab one enemy, it looks like it stabs more than one, but it's just the one. Oh, he left an artifact. Trader Blade, huh? Did I miss it? Or was it actually a weapon? Am I just blind? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm blind. Let's loose the spinning blade. I could try it. Ooh. I wonder if it procs the multi-hit. Let's try it. Alright. No, yeah, let's get rid of the dog. We'll try it. There's certainly places I have not explored, yeah, so let's go back through. Like up north, southwest, southeast. Place is a little mazy. Another thing that this game has to strike against it, unfortunately, is that all the caves kind of do look the same. So the variety of caves are lacking. This is where I started, right? No? So the environments are kind of... not a lot of variety in the environments. It only seems to have like 12 different monsters in the whole game. It looks like there's not much left. Like I said, it's still a pretty decent game. Hey, another artifact. Nice. Ferocity Panacea. So let me guess, whenever you use a potion, your melee skills increase? Yep, power up your attack when you drink a potion. That may be useful in the final fight. We'll see. I'm guessing this game is going to end in a battle. Most of these games end in a battle. Might as well. I only have one kindling left. I go the wrong way. Ah, they tricked me. I thought they would be to the right that gets those treasure chests, but it was to the left. Oh, that spinning blade rolls across the ground. I thought it would make my blade spin. I already have that skill that makes my blade spin. That's why I was a little worried. I'm like, I already have that. Right, it's called Swift. Yeah, this one. Which I'd be willing to try this out with my multi-hit. It may not be that good, but we can try it. Alright, I got 3 kindling off of that. Nice. I don't know what's in this cave. I don't think I heard any lore on it. I know there's this cave and the dragon, and that's about all that's left to this world. On top of the hundreds of web debris I've been collecting. Which, I don't know what the web debris are for. Spin to win! I honestly don't think the spinning blade is even all that good. Like, it doesn't seem to do anything. Spin! Come on, man. Coming for you. Ow. This guy. I don't dare touch that stuff on the ground. I've done it before. Yay! I'm putting the dog back on. The dog can attack from anywhere. I definitely want to go back north and get all those treasure chests. Could be a new weapon, a new shield. I literally haven't, like, I found the shield in the first dungeon, and I have never purchased anything. I really should. Hey, there we go. Eh. Money's money. A little dog taking up the rear. Every now and then the dog will be like barking and sniffing the ground and be like, he's excited. I'm like, why? I can't. I don't know what's happening. Oh, really? They confused me there. Tricked me. Thought there'd be a way to cross that gap of water. I only have 4 kindling, so I'll go around. I wonder what's in this cave, though. It's called, what, the Crystal Cave, or whatever? Cave of Crystal. Here lies Pow. Yeah, most of those graves actually don't do anything. Ah. Do I even, okay, I got 2 left. $10,000's not nothing, honestly. Hey, it's an artifact. Okay, it won't let me burn this one. I have to fight this. Oh, you know what? I wonder if the darker webs require 2 kindling. Maybe it's because there are stronger enemies in these? Maybe? Sky Champ. Don't I have a Sky something already? Sky Monarch. Boost attacks against flying enemies, gives you an extra jump. Generates critical hits against flying enemies. And you jump higher, and you can also glide. I feel like that... Oh, there's a monster. There's a fiend down here. I'd say it's a boss fight, but it's... Like I said, boss fights are just, like, stronger generic enemies to kind of make you think you're fighting a boss. Is the way out. Alright, I wonder what's in that chest. Is it going to be like a new weapon or something? Giant crystallized fiend is blocking the path. Yes, I'm definitely gonna attack this guy. Yep, it's just an oversized generic enemy. A lot of health. But no other, like, powers. Oh, okay, he shoots ice. That was really easy. That was extremely easy. A Giga Crystal. Is that an accessory? Is that a skill? Is it just a generic item? Large kaleidoscopic crystal. Part of a quest. I'm wondering if I never talked to the correct person to be able to know what this actually is for. Or did I? I don't remember. I talked to quite a few people in this game. If I spoke to somebody that allured me to what's going on here. It's okay. Already been there. My last place to go. Let's actually check for whirlpools. There is that one that I know of that there's a whirlpool. There is one other whirlpool I have not gotten. And what's this town? Oh, I missed that whirlpool. Alright, so I see 3 whirlpools. Oh, yeah. Second time I've done that. I know 3 whirlpools. This is the one that's being roasted by the dragon. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take on these 3 whirlpools. I'm going to go get some better equipment. And then I'm going to go take on that dragon. Oh, I haven't seen these guys in a while. I wonder how much of my Queen's Sword was attributable to that fight being easy. I wonder. Is that one quote-unquote boss fight? That was a really easy fight. Also, now that I'm gaining a lot more health because of the potions and everything, I wonder if I can finally use my Skull Ring to, like, what, double or 50% more damage, but 30% less health, I think is what it does for me. That actually might be wearable. Look at all these health potions everywhere. Oh, but to be fair, these things are 15 levels under me, so maybe that's why this is such an easy fight. Oh, by the way, I rolled a VR game a few games ago. It's a game called Aztec Temple, I think. Either Aztec Temple or Aztec Tower. And it was a monster, you like protect your Aztec temple from the conquistadors. And it's a bow and arrow tower defense game where you shoot the conquistadors. It's a never-ending game, so I didn't end up playing it. It was also free to play. It was like $0. So I downloaded it, and like, you know, my VR is not working, and the game's not ending, so I'm gonna skip it. I have since gotten my VR working, so I am excited if a VR game rolls, actually. Because, in theory, my VR is functioning. My room is ready for it. crunch. So now that you've seen this game a little bit, is it a little easier to follow? With the combat? Or is it still just chaotic mess? It is a bit of a mess, isn't it? So let's actually check out that equipment right here, the Death Ring. 50% boost to damage, 35 less health. What? Oh, okay, it glitched. Like, it actually didn't reduce my health there for a moment. At least that, or... No, maybe I just was misreading the numbers. Never mind. It's probably just me. Alright. A little bit of both, but it does look like... It is a fun... I will say, when I first started playing it, like, I'm just, like, jumping into enemies, flying around, and just explosions everywhere. It was pretty fun. But the lack of the variety of... Okay, so that it is worth 2 kindling. Good to know. So just the lack of variety of monsters, and like here's another cave that looks exactly like the last cave with the exact same spider webs, with the exact same enemies, finding the exact same treasure chests and the exact same dead end areas. Like, so the variety is starting to... I'm a skeleton. I will admit, I didn't see that coming. And these enemies are actually kind of tough. These actually are a little dangerous. Alright, I'm gonna go down. I did ask for something different, right? Like, ooh, the Knight's Long Spear. Decent damage. It's actually a generic enemy item. The Knight's Long Spear is pretty generic. A Thunderstorm Spirit. Yeah, it just boosts lightning damage. What am I supposed to do now? The poor people of the village, all because I thought I could make a name for myself by taking on that dragon. I'm nothing more than a bravado and bluster. I never stood a chance against the dragon. Yeah. You should feel sorry for yourself. Basically murdered an entire village and set a dragon free. Yep, there it is. The dog's agitated by something. It's never done this before. He ran away! That's the first time I've seen that. Oh, I don't know where he went. I will say, he hasn't been doing much of anything else, so I'm not gonna go running after him right now. I got stuff to do. I got places to go. Monsters to kill. Ooh, what a mess. I can do this in 2 kindling. 3. No, 2. I'll get my kindling back from this fight, or at least some of it. If I don't die. This area does quite a bit of... These monsters are doing quite a bit of damage to me, actually. They're only level 37, though. So this fight actually might be a little easier. But doing all this extra damage from this ring is... Oh, wait till the king sees me now, like... Oh, I just noticed something. So in this game, you can actually dodge attacks. It's random whether or not you dodge an attack. And when you dodge an attack, your character does a little mirage, like a sidestep, and there's a silhouette of himself. He, like, splits into 2. Like there. I don't know if you saw it, but... he splits into 2, and then it just symbolizes that you dodged. Well, when you're a skeleton and you do a dodge, you become your normal human self, and you dodge with the wrong character sprite. I wonder if the developers know about that. Like there, yeah, I just dodged as myself again. Kind of makes it feel like a Halloween costume as opposed to like, oh, I'm actually a skeleton. Oh well. I notice things like that. maybe I shouldn't, and I'll enjoy these games more, but I notice these things. Money, yeah. Yeah, I got all my kindling back, so that's good. Alright, let's go find this dragon. Now, the reason oops, I wanted to burn it. Either way. Ooh, I got the little carrot guys are back. Those are the third enemy I fought in this, fourth enemy I fought in this game with these carrots. They're an earlier enemy. They don't have a lot going for them. The first enemy you fight in this game is actually kiwis. Like the bird. It's kind of funny. Ah, I took a hit there. Alright. Up. Yep. So what is the dragon actually gonna be? Like 40,000. This dragon was rich. Glint impact. Creates gold when attacking. I like that. I don't need to farm gold right now though, but good to know. Alright. That's pretty appropriate. This dragon's all about money. Leave, child of man. I want to protect this egg. Nothing more, nothing less. And to do that, I must exterminate the humans of that village. Do you stand here in support of them? Oh no, so here's where I figured I'd let the dragon go, or I'd actually attack the dragon. So, I'll leave it to you two. Like, should I take out the dragon and this dragon's offspring, or should I let the townspeople suffer for their actions? What should I do here? Just so you know, this is a permanent choice. I don't get to take back on this one. Who's the one that gets to suffer today? If it was up to me, I'm not gonna try to persuade you or dissuade you from any particular action, but what would I do? I feel like the dragon has a point. Like, it just wants to protect the egg, right? But I'm one of the good guys. I'm a human. But as of right now, I'm no longer a human. I'm a skull. I'm a skeleton. So I've less persuasion, like, to try to help the humans, and more persuasion to just like let the humans suffer for their actions. But you know, maybe I kind of just decided for myself. Let's just no, I'm not in support of the humans. It is decided. Now leave, linger no longer. Or do you have something else to voice? Okay. Wait. Hey. That's strange. It didn't actually trigger an end for the quest. Do I have to go back to town? Generally, it doesn't, like, force you. Most of the time, it doesn't force you to take an action. Let me go see if this guy's over here still, and I'll talk to him. Is he on the first floor? No, he was on the second floor. Oh well. It's worth checking. Should have saved. Actually, what I can do is I can talk to him and then just reload. Okay. Let's load. Let's just walk out this way. Maybe it triggers the Maybe it triggers me helping the dragon going this way. No, it's not, seemingly. Huh. It's weird that it... Search out the dragon. Yeah. So, if this doesn't trigger the dragon to be, the Dragon Quest actually... Dragon Quest, huh? So let's go back to the town. I could just walk there. It's fine. Since I don't remember the name of it. Gansar, that's right. Okay, it looks like it's forcing me to fight the dragon, huh? Alright, well, let's do it. I mean, might as well. I see, so you two dare raise your blade against me? Then leave! Tell the humans of that village not to approach this place. If they keep their distance, I will keep mine. Okay, there we go. I knew I was gonna get the choice to either kill him or not kill him. Alright guys, I've got a proposition and it ain't much of a choice. To think you hashed out a discussion with that dragon. We wouldn't have thought that even possible. We never have figured any good could come from approaching that cave. It will be to the village's benefit to put up a warning cautioning villagers and outsiders alike to keep their distance from that cave. Thank you for your assistance. Okay, so it kind of worked out. The dragon lives, the townsfolk know their place. Everybody's happy, right? Alright. Is that it? Have I completed all of my quests? Few years. Investigate the... what is... That's the only one I didn't... Show the man the lightning infused... Oh, I didn't do that either. So the dog is no longer with me. But lightning infused artifact. What was the one prior to that? Aria? So fast travel to Aria. That's there. So we'll go here and then we'll head southeast, I think? I think it was southeast? No, it was west. Or maybe it was an Aria. The guy with the lightning artifact. Oh yeah, this place. I don't see him. Try Muffred. Muffred. You? Is there anything as awe-inspiring, beautiful as an artifact? As one said, yeah, there's this guy. That artifact, could it... that splendid finish, that illustrious shine. It's even more beautiful than I imagined. Shameless as it is, I simply have to ask whether you're willing to part with it. Not for free, of course. I intend to pay you fair exchange. Would you indulge my offer? Yeah, sure. That's too bad. What? You will? You're really willing to part with it? Are you sure? I dare not imagine that you'd agree to this. Thank you, thank you. I wasn't using it. What are you gonna give me? That's it? That's it? I can stay at the end. Yeah, I'm a little hurt. A little bit. Alright. So... investigate the depths of the cave is like the only thing left, which... I think we're more or less... Let's actually check all of my fast travels, right? Like... and shrine... Oh! There's a... abyss. We're still missing 14 of 13 because there's 2 of them here. We're still missing 13 whirlpools. Come on down, guys. I just want to stab you, okay? Just want to stab you. Boom! I have this weird feeling there's something in the northwest that I didn't do. But I might have. Hey, level up. Level 50. And there's also that code, the 5208 or whatever. I don't remember where that is. Could it have been in the castle? I might check around the castle a little bit to see if it's there, but I just don't remember. Now, what town is this? Dubin. Dubin's here is as close as towns get to the source of fiends. Aria and Regulus are close too, but there's a big difference. See, both of them are protected by tall mountain regions with rapid currents, keeping the fiends out. But Dubin's the real deal. The closest town there is the source of the fiends. I don't think I've been here. You hear about the famous mage living in a cloister southeast of here? Rumor has it he's not been seen around recently. Get this, a ghost appears in this place. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but a mage haunting people from the great beyond doesn't seem that far-fetched. Yeah, I haven't been here. 95 to 125. So this is probably where I can get some decent upgrades. 33% chance to block 46 damage, or 23% chance to block 35 damage and gain a ton of resistances and cooldowns. This just seems strictly better, right? Like, that seems really good. I already have an elite, like a master's armor. More resistances. More resistances. Well, let's see what the super items are. Hell Axe. It's actually not that good. Let's buy... Oh, 10% health bonus with the Yin Yang Orb. I don't think that makes up for it. So let's buy this. The resists, and the resist. This will do me very well. Yeah. Good stuff. In all likelihood, when the Cataclysm descends upon us, we folk here in Thuban are going to be the first to be wiped out. Oh, that's sad to think of. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to stare. I just can't believe you're... I mean, you seem like an ordinary person, no matter how you look, but King Regulus sees you? I'll be damned. It sounds awful when I lay it out there like that, but I have misgivings about you I can't shake. You're tangled up in some nasty business. I'm sure of it, even if you're not directly responsible. He's not wrong. Like, I've seen some stuff. It's going to be no small feat making landfall in that isle the fiends are pouring out of. We need to launch a ship from the Cape where monsters are making landfall on our end. And they aren't just going to stand around and let us push a ship out. The currents are too rough for us to ride into the isle from anywhere else, and the only way I see we can get there from above is by airship. Or maybe use a giant ship, one large enough to survive the current. Come to think of it, a giant ship left Regulus some time ago, headed towards the isle. Springs to the east of here is so tranquil, a really wonderful place. Oh yeah, I've been there. Ooh, what's this? You there, young man, don't suppose you have time to grant an old man his wish? It's nothing too grand, I just need you to head to a cave southeast, Alcor, and lay a crystal on the... Southeast of Alcor. I want you to do something in memory of a comrade who fought alongside me years ago. Can you help me with that? Very kind of you. Remember, you just need to head to a cave southeast of Alcor, lay a crystal in the grave there. Oh, okay. He gave it to me. Southeast of Alcor. Can I talk to you yet? There's a forest out here, but I didn't go anywhere near if I were you. Why? It's right next to, I mean, right next to where the fiends are making landfall. Okay. That's good reason. Is this some kind of, like, training ground? I'm researching a certain refinement method, but at this rate, I'm never going to get it done. What weapons forged? This is the place. I think they're trained to say that. Almost like you know, you call, like, a service desk or something and they say the same thing every time they answer the phone. I specialize in the crafting of protective equipment. Get your spells, talismans, and the like here. Hey, man. What gig are you running here? You wouldn't happen to be the young man appointed by the king to... yes, I see. You are... we have a common goal. Preparing to fight off the impending cataclysm through our contribution to the fight is crafting equipment. Actually, I don't suppose you could lend us a hand. See, we've discovered the existence of artifacts called crystals, which are, how would you put it in layman's terms? Clusters of energy, I suppose? Anyway, we were researching how to put these crystals to use in weapon forging, but research has faltered for lack of crystals to experiment with. We'd appreciate if you could bring us crystal from the cave to the northeast. But we don't want to keep sending people on fetching errands, so we'd prefer a bigger crystal over smaller ones. Crystals get bigger the deeper you head underground, so a crystal from the deepest part of the cave should be huge. We assume, not that we've even been up to the task of spelunking into the cave depths, but it shouldn't be a problem for a hardened adventurer like you. Anyway, let me know if you find a crystal like that. You'll be sure to craft the finest equipment from it. Whoa, so crystals do grow back big. I knew my faith was well placed in you. You know it, man. I've got your back. I'd like to get started on crystal equipment producing right away. What specifications do you want the crystal tailored for? There's a different artisan for each of these rooms, each with their own specialty. Give the crystal to whichever one jumps out at you. Crystal smithing is a time-consuming process. I'm sure whatever end result they will deliver will match your expectations. This is big. Refinement method. Okay. I think I want to give it to this guy. Yep. Just you wait and see. This shield will be an invaluable ally, guaranteed. Shield? Shield? Well, it has been decided. So with that, like, there's probably a whirlpool here, right? There's gotta be a whirlpool here. There we go. Okay. Is there one up here? Alright. We're basically at the end of our adventure through the world. There's several things we haven't done, but I don't know if I really want to go around doing everything in every spot. Like this, I've got to move on, right? I feel like I've done plenty. Like, if all these people that I've helped can't survive the cataclysm after my help, then they weren't going to be able to survive the cataclysm at all. So I've done my duty. And then some, I believe. Alright. I'm pretty sure there's... So, southeast of Alcor it was, right? Pretty sure that's what he said. And I'm pretty sure I got all these whirlpools on this route. Alright, so let's go to Alcor. Go to the grave in the southeast. Oh, I think I know which grave he's talking about. This one over here. Right? I think it was here, right? I'll check them all. Huh. No. It's not? Is it southwest of Alcor? I swear that was it. Yeah, it's not in here. Alright. Feel like we're probably ready. So let's save here. But that, oh, I think I might remember where that treasure chest was, that locked one. But we also have a bunch of these to... some of the lore to explore. Was it here? Yes, there it is, there it is, there it is. 5208. Nope. 5280. 5082. 5028. 5820. 5802. Numerically, 20258. 852. Really? Really? It's gonna be this way? 8 0 Really? Does it have nothing to do with this? Do I have to go through every single option? 0528. Oh, I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like checking all... what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 18 options, right? It is only 18 options. An intense light was emitted from the depths of the abyss. That light pierced my forehead, awakening something that had laid dormant within me. Preparations to take this world to the next phase have likely been completed. I must act. I continued to observe both this world and that for several hundred thousand years. I deluded myself into thinking I was merely an observer. The time for me to lay my pen to rest is approaching, and my role. I must get the world beyond this phase to fulfill my imperative of judgment. That guy's had a pen for hundreds of thousands of years. Part of the abyss was drawn over to this world. The people of various worlds have various forms of happiness and misfortune and live their lives on various paths. There will be significant repercussions for the world a few years from now, but a sacrifice is necessary in the fight against the Terminus. I was prepared to sacrifice myself to fulfill my imperative, but I continue to write. I'm being swallowed up by the Terminus. I have a right to know the truth. Who is this guy? There's still several whirlpools I'm missing. Alright, I did the 5s. Let's do the 8s. 8025. 8052. 8520. 8502. 8025. Did I do the 8 zeros or the 8? Oh. I think I have to do the 8 twos next. 8205. 8250. Okay, so it's not the 8s. Let's do the 2s next. 2058. 2085. Hey, 2085. We got it. Archer Soul. Successive projectile hits cause extra damage. That's it. I don't use project. I don't think it's referring to my bolts that I shoot out, right? My spell. It's probably referring to the throwing items that I just don't use. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I've seen enough. We did this last night. Did the whole. Yep, I'm ready for training. 3 years later. What is that? Charge! No! We can't take on the thing. I need to stop the cataclysm now. Yeah, I talked to all the research. Yeah, I've talked to you before. Because I did this, like I said, I did this last night. I didn't save, though. Now we're actually in this for keeps. Alright. So I'll go to the... Oh, there's a second chest here, huh? Scrolls of the Esoteric Dagger. That's like the beginning item. I'll be joining those moving out to the Cataclysm soon. You're the one who had potions to spare for me that one time. I took them and I made a big old batch of potions that make feel in tip-top shape. I'm grateful. How about trying some invigorating potion for yourself? How do I feel better? What is this? humanity truly capable of overcoming the cataclysm? The fact the airship was constructed on time is a testament to everyone's hard work. We can't afford to lose. For us, the real battle is just beginning. Oh, don't say it like that. I'm feeling like the battle's coming to an end for me, you know? I've seen a lot of this world. Now we're playing for keeps. This music's silly. Right. Yep. I talked to you. There's currently for those investigators of management sample that we extracted during the initial outbreak. Speculate the sample's no longer dense enough. Yep. I think this is the guy that gives me that item, right? Yep. Remember me? Yeah, I remember you. You saved my life. Yeah. So a significant amount of time before the cataclysm results in real damage. One thing's for sure, it will destroy the world if not dealt with. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't think, yeah. What's with this music? Silly. Oh, there's the airship! I didn't see it first time. Yeah, don't save the wrong one. Alright. Eye of the Cataclysm. Beast's Paradise. We happened upon the island in the middle of the airship test flight. According to the castle scholars, that fiend is a hardy hide that will make you a mountain of shell if you sell it back in town. Maybe it's just me, but I can't shake the feeling that fiend's like a nightmare hiding under a gormless face. Midas Pulse. Raise vitality when collecting gold. Oh. Gold is like health now, huh? Huh. Gold is like health. The fiend is calmly observing you. Do you want to launch an... No? I don't think so. This is silly. I mean, I could save and see what happens. Like, is it actually a new enemy? Whoa, it is! It's only level 18. Aww. Let me come back and see if it actually respawns. Otherwise, I don't know, man. Oh, it doesn't. Well, I think we just leave it at that. I don't want to kill any more of them. They're kind of cute. So, there's actually one place I do want to go, and that is back to Thubin here, and go get my reward for this. One has me the most interested. About time! I presume you'd be wanting this. Shine Sword. Broadsword that emits a powerful light. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll try it. Hopefully it's like dual wielding, maybe? Let's see. Bring it on, enemies. Bring it on. Actually, let's fast travel to like anywhere and then... like anywhere like here. Just fight something. Ah, I did it again. This. Alright. Oh, it has to charge at the start of the combat. Alright, well, we'll find out what happens when I can use it. If the enemies live that long. And... oh, it is like a second weapon. Wow, that's powerful. I think that could be very powerful. You don't get it right away though. Alright, so let's see if we can end the game. Let's try it. Let's see what happens when we go here. Reports suggest that the towers on the periphery of this isle are each sending some kind of power to this spot. So I gotta clear 3 towers. Maybe cutting off the source of that power will weaken the cataclysm itself. I don't know about you, but this place gives me goosebumps. Yeah. Would you permit me to tend to your wounds? I'll have you patched up in no time. The guy asked. Well, that's so nice. Level 50 enemies. Okay, so these enemies are probably going to be really tough. Haha! Bring it. Stab. That sword is humongous. It's like the second biggest sword I've ever... Oh, I'm almost dead. Where's my sword? As awesome as this sword is, I actually, I wonder if my dog is more important, because I think the dog produces, like, health boosts now and then, so it's like, he's got his value, right? Like, you can use him right away, he's constant damage. I probably should use these elixirs eventually, right? Maybe. So, it seems like miasmas have their own elixirs. Going in. Let's see, see how far we can get before it, like, says, you need to weaken the power to continue. Go to the other 3 areas to weaken the power to continue. We'll see. Dagger Phantasma. Is that a skill, right? No? An item? Am I just missing it again? Oh no, it's an accessory. A ring that creates functional dagger replicas. Infinite daggers? I mean, we could try it. We could try it, I guess, right? Do I need to combine it with actual dagger throwing? I just haven't really been impressed with the throwing weapons in this game. I got a level up though. I'll take the level up. Yeah, it glitched. I still had 2,500 health until I came down here. I was right the first time, seeing that glitch. Mana ring? Is that just cooldown? Powers up your magic attacks. Magic, mana damage, and mana resistance. That actually might be better for me than the death ring. especially since mana resistance. I'll try it. I get my health back. Oh, what is this? Gold cane. Okay. A decorative cane forged from gold. Really? That's it? That's not the kind of late game item I was hoping for. Hey, how'd you get down here? Oh, you're not gonna attack me, are you? There's something off about the fiends past this point, but not off the way the cataclysm is off. No, I'm sensing some kind of unusual power. Like anything I've felt before. The wise money is on staying out of their way. That might be the... mushroom. A champion mushroom. This could be, bad. I'm tiny now. That mushroom. Just so much health. I still have my respawn in case I die. Just die already, you mushroom. Thank you. Man, that mushroom just won't die. Ooh. Is this what you mean by off? Terrifying, grotesque fiend is glaring in your direction. Boss music? Ow. It's basically a copy of me. I'm not gaining health off these summoned bats. I can definitely win against this guy. I just need to, I think I need to bring potions. However, I might just actually do it out. Oh. I respawned once. There's a chance I actually might get him. Maybe. Oh, I did! I got him! I got him! Haha! I thought I was gonna have to come back with my potions equipped. Sage's spell circle, huh? Shortens your cooldown times by 20%. If I was stacking that, that'd be really good, but I'm not. So it would just be kind of generic, almost unnoticeably good. Oh, what is all this? It's too... Foreign conscious flows through my mind. You see memories of battles fought. King placing stock in a prophecy. Men coming here on a giant vessel. Was that boat they spoke of earlier? All to erase me from existence. Humanity has gained partial possession over me. At the cost of many lives and the torn shell of a giant vessel. Are the artifacts part of this? Chance meeting. Decrepit body of flesh. I was drawn here by your presence. Who am I? Drawn here by one who is little more than an empty shell. Am I the cataclysm? I relinquish part of myself, having no means to otherwise resist. I'm the Cataclysm. I'm the epicenter of the Cataclysm or something. The source of it. The artifacts are drawn to me and I can utilize their power. The king no doubt thought you, one born of sheer coincidence, would prove to be the trump card that would erase me. Oh, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. I will return all there is to oneness. Everything, the life that has spread and exists, scattered consciousness, everything in this world is separated, disassociated. Everything that needs to be done is self-evident, save for one detail. You. Who are you? Okay, I don't think I'm the Cataclysm. Oh, this is the first room in the memory there, with all the soldiers around it. I just saw it too late. It shrunk me. Those tornadoes are ruinous. They always have been. It's a good thing I have that respawn skill. Extra life skill. Came in handy. Oh, a whirlpool in here. How hard is this one? It's a boss? It's a praying mantis! Aw. It's got me on the ropes. Hey, hey! He's not dying quick. I, however, am on my last leg here. What is that? Oh! If I'm careful and it doesn't throw anything too crazy at me, I think I could have a chance at this. Let's get rid of this thing. Stop it. Ah. I don't think those egg things give me health, do they? What? It came from both sides. Okay, this actually going kind of crazy. Oh, the health potion's all the way up there. Oh! I still have my extra life. Somehow, I've not died. I knew he was gonna fly. I want that potion. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to... Yes, I got it. No, 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 no! Stay away. How am I still alive? The fire on the ground was bad. I still have my extra life. No, I don't. No, 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 no. No! Did I get him? Oh no, I didn't get him. I'm nowhere near getting him. Oh, this fight. If I actually do this, this would be insane. The focus is real. Stop it. I missed that potion. I'm so close. The law of fire. No way! No way did I just do that. Holy crap. No. And no, actually, I still do have my extra life. I mean, it is a whirlpool, so multiple enemies is part of the gig. I just... I can't believe this. Like, usually there's like 4 different waves of enemies. Potion. Ah, that's hurting. That's hurting. I don't expect to win this fight. I mean, to be fair, I didn't expect to win the Mantis fight either. This fight's actually going south. We'll see what happens after my extra life kicks in, which is right there. I mean, he's not even halfway. Well, I'll give the game credit for having new enemies, finally. As relatively kind of unfair as the combat is. Yeah, that's not happening. Wow. Is that kind of the stuff I'm gonna have to look forward to in the final fight? Like, just... Is that the final fight? So can I think I might have to go to each corner and weaken that. I think that's the final fight, maybe. Huh. It's not easy, for sure. Alright. Oh, there's a whirlpool over there I didn't get. Alright. Tower of all creation. Would you permit me to send? Yes, thank you. Be ready to draw your blade at a moment's notice. Oh, thanks. I was just gonna walk around like I own the place. Okay. Bring it on. Oh, funny. I've dealt with you before. And I get to fight all 3 of these bosses individually. Does that then weaken them in the big fight together? Alright, focus time. I have more health this time. I have more knowledge this time. In theory, it's only the one. I wonder, however, if my Queen Sword is holding me back at this point. I should upgrade to a better weapon and maybe give it multi-hit. It's a shame that one potion. Oh, again, the potion ends up in the ceiling. I mean, I have some of the best equipment in the game. So there's not much I can do to upgrade. Maybe I'm wrong, but this one seems weaker than the other one. Ow. Quit pushing me. Not again. It's up there. Oh, thank you. Wow, I just beat him up there. Oh, I'm falling asleep on that move. Ooh. Good news is I still have my resurrect. And he's nearly dead. There we go. Alright. Oh, what did it say? I thought it was an artifact. My fault. Alright, we got one. Let's go back to Regulus. Let's refill on my kindling. Alright. Go back in. The northeast one. According to the hypothesis put forward by the Research Academy's scholars, it seems something deep inside the tower is generating powerful energy waves. Alright, we'll see if this is that tentacled one or if it's a new one. Should I equip my potions? If I equip potions, I think I want to drop... I want to drop this. What was Mage's Bliss again? Collect the life orb to shorten cooldown time. And, oh no, I use my potions here, that's right. I get rid of the dog. The dog is just too weak. Oh, but it's the one that... I think it helps me drop potions, though. So maybe I get rid of the Horseman of Flame. Okay. This is not what I saw. Ow. Huh. How to dodge that? Oh, it's too late to getting that. Okay, that's how you dodge it. This thing's all over the place. I used a potion there. Thank you. Okay, so I see it falling from the sky there. I can time it then. Gonna follow me? Oh. But you know, when it comes to the fight against all three of them, I'm gonna have to choose a skill to lose for that fight. And my dog's doing actually a lot of damage to this thing. I just realized. Ah. Okay. I need to learn this pattern better. Ah, that does a lot of damage if you take the hit. I use another potion. Ah. I bumped the button. I bumped the jump button. He still has a decent amount of health, but... he's actually not that difficult. Part of it is because he's not doing a ton of damage. And his attacks aren't constant. Which gives my potion a chance to cool down. Ow. Come on, dog, go after him. I used another potion. Okay, slowly walking towards them does seem to dodge those laser beams. How many? Like, does he have 1,000,000 health? Taking some heat here. Because I don't want to try and jump over those laser beams, because then I won't be able to jump over the swords. Hey! This battle of attrition. And then it's the tentacle monster, which he's gonna probably be the toughest one, I think. Let's see what this says. Destroy the artifact? Yes, I will destroy the artifact. What do I have for kindling? 9. Okay, I should be able to just waltz right up the other tower with the kindling I have. And they had to be mushrooms, right? I'm in trouble. Maybe I should go purchase more potions. Because I used, what, 3? I think I used 3 potions. I used 4. I feel like if I can't beat him with 11, then I'm in trouble. Alright. I didn't want to attack it. I can't move. The insanity. The insanity was huge. Alright. Bring it on, tentacle. Where's your friends? You usually have your friends out by now, right? Oh, I can get behind him. Okay, there's a friend. Okay, those spinning things are not worth toying with. Okay. Yeah, those things. We'll just back off. I'm doing a lot of damage to him, though. Mostly because I can actually just sit here and pound away at him. I don't have to chase him down or... Oh, that's right. Whoops! Ow. There we go, that was a good hit. So actually, I've almost already got him. Yeah, it's kind of like... I'll use another potion, because I got so many. And he's almost dead. There we go. Alright. We'll refill up on things and go in. Alright, buy potions, buy kindling. Alright, everybody. I think this may be the last time I see you guys. I think it's time to put this to rest. Not only is this the wrong way to go, I didn't want to attack it. And now I got mushrooms. And I don't have my flame charge on. Am I actually gonna die here? Oh, why did I use a potion? I'd rather die than use a potion. I did not realize how much mobility I truly had with that flame, the flame attack. I miss having it. I'm gonna go in with just I'm gonna go in with just 14 potions. Oh, I got my potion back! Yay! Okay, I don't feel bad. Let's do this. The memories are flooding back. Okay. Let's go the right way. Hey, I got kindling back from that spider web. I'll take it. This could be this could be it. I wonder if it would be worth switching back to the repel axe. Honestly. The life orb discovery chance, though, on this is potentially the game winner. Alright. I'm going to guess these things are easier. What's with all the eggs? Can't quite tell if things are going better. Like, I don't think I'm doing more. Ow. Like, am I doing more damage? Does it have less health? I've already used the potion. Not having my mobility though is tricky for this particular enemy. Not really noticing a difference. Like, honestly, if I get stuck like in the fire and I don't have my mobility, it could actually be bad. Speaking of, he hasn't really done the fire attack, but I think it's coming soon. Another potion. I'm actually just kind of really impressed I defeated my clone on my first try. Ow. There's that fire. Like, I'm kind of stuck on this side of the... I'm gonna use a potion. Come on out. So yeah, the praying mantis actually is very manageable. Like, as a boss, as an enemy. They did an okay job with this one. I'm enjoying this fight. Ah. Should I use a potion? Like, killing him I don't think is going to really do anything for my health. I'll use a potion here. Ah. There we go. Alright, first one down. Fire, go away, I want that potion. Thank you. So we determined that the thing to avoid the most on this guy is the spinning blades that he sends out beside him. Those. Ow. I was trying to go for the potion, but the blades kept me at bay. Like these little mini enemies, they're nothing. Ow. I'm actually gonna use a potion there. Get me out of there. Yep, there's the lightning. I'm down to 10 potions, actually. No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Get me out of there. Alright, note to self. Stay out of... I didn't die. Whew. That was the important thing, is I didn't die. Alright. Stay out of the corner. What did I just say? Oh, I didn't want to be there. We're getting him down. That hurt. Wait, did they jump when I jumped? They seem to be. Alright, that one's down. Alright. Too early. Too early again. Ah, it's too far up. I should be able to reach that one though. Half my potions are gone. There we go. Okay, just running across the map back and forth seems to be best for that. Nice. It's a good chance that this is the final boss. Or perhaps a boss leading up to the final boss. Still jumping too early. So why did I kill those other ones? Like, it doesn't seem like it made these guys weaker. Unless there's another boss after this that has become weaker. This is, in my opinion, this is the least dangerous of the bosses. But he's the slowest to kill. Ooh, I got hit by some kind of status ailment there. I never noticed. Like, I haven't used any potions and I'm at full health. Ow. However, that was a run of bad maneuvering, and now I'm actually contemplating using a potion here. Yeah, I'll use a potion. Considering he's almost dead, and this possibly might be it. If I do fight another boss, I hope it's not in this fight, and it's in a different fight. So I can save the game. Oh no. Is it over? Okay. Okay. Whew. Oh, it gives me 10 Abyss Shards out the gate? That can't be it, can it? Scorpion won't die. Man. Scorpion would not die. Oh, there is a deeper... Oh, that whirlpool wasn't the end? Ah. The deep darkness swirls to the sound of a deafening roar. Will you jump into the cataclysmic void? No, you know why? Because I want to go get my potions back. Let me go get... Oh no, it's this way. Let me go get my potions filled up. And then I'll take on the finale. Like, I've got 407,000. So I was right. That or every enemy has been upgraded since 3 years have passed. And by why I was right, I think that, like, as the enemies spawn, I feel like some of them were better than others, no matter what area of the world you were in. And not all of them would run away from you, but I don't know. I can't prove that. Alright. Buy potions. Alrighty. You wouldn't happen to have better stuff, do you? After 3 years, he's got nothing better. Alright. Let's go. Let's go to the end. Let's do this. Big finale. I'm feeling it. It wasn't using kindling every time, was it? Oh, it's just outright the final fight. Level 50. Alright, bring it on, giant miasma. Oh. I didn't expect the epilepsy attack. This guy hasn't even been hurt yet, man. Saw the potion too late. Well, I've done some damage to him. and I still have a decent amount of health left, so... I'm sure he's gonna start adding new attacks here in a moment. Oh, just like that. Yep. Now I'm starting to take some heat. Alright. I'm gonna need to figure out how to dodge those laser beams. Ah, that potion went away. Alright, I'll use a potion now. Nice, I got a lucky dodge on that one. Okay, so it's a jump, and then a low. Okay, so he's about halfway dead, so I'm expecting a new attack. Jump, jump, low. So I have to stay in the middle when I jump? Ow. 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 I'm gonna use the healing there. Ooh. Get ready to jump. 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 Middle. Ah. I have to figure out where that point of jumping is located. Well, he's 2/3 of the way dead now. So, jump in the middle, down. Still hit me. So I need to be more underneath his center of mass, maybe? Like, I'm still trying to hit him, though. Jump, jump. As I get hit by him. There haven't been any new attacks, and he's coming to getting to the end of it. Just take it. I think I'll use a potion there. Jump, jump, down. There we go, there we go. Alright, we might have him here, let's see. Ow. Maybe the past, whenever I've been jumping, trying to dodge the lasers. I'm hitting him and taking all the heat, not the lasers. Hey! Did I get him? Does he have a final form? Is that it? That's a pretty cool boss. There was a boy who set out to become the hero for the weak. He struggled to that end, but without wisdom to guide him, it wasn't meant to be. In time, the boy grew to walk the path of a scholar. His dream may have been crushed by reality, but reality couldn't crush his sincere desire to protect the weak. As a scholar, he poured his energies into inventing various technologies, all of which would go on to aid the weak. Is this about me, or? There was a lone patriotic soldier who suffered from an incurable disease. He, above all his compatriots, longed to fight for his king and people. Oh, is it going through every part of the story I chose? His patriotism compelled him to take the forbidden fruit, the blood nut. The fruit returned him to health for a time, but within days the side effects of the fruit pushed him off this mortal coil. Oh, really? But his death was not in vain. As the first person to have ever taken the fruit, his body was of great academic interest. An autopsy was conducted on his body. Research into the side effect of the fruit on the human body leaped forward years as a result. And in time, this led to the production of a new medicine. I missed what that said, because I pushed the button twice! There were insect fiends who multiplied at an explosive rate, increasing reproductivity to combat their natural enemy, the demi-human fiends. It was thought that stimulating the numbers of demi-humans to surpass those of the insects would contain the situation. However, the demi-humans pushed the insects to extinction, and in their hunt for sustenance turned their attention towards the world at large. In time, the demi-humans grew to be a threat to humanity. In response, humanity banded together and launched a large-scale extermination operation. The operation continued until the demi-human fiends were entirely wiped out. It was survival of the fittest. In action, the insect fiends wiped out by the demi-human fiends, and the demi-human fiends wiped out by humans. Humanity may have reached the top of the food chain, but how many more species will they wipe out in their time? Yeah, I remember making that choice. There was a captain entrusted to build a fort in preparation for the impending cataclysm. The fort was planned to be a pivotal part of the new line of defense. It needed to be perfect, where budget and time would not allow for perfection. So an architect with a penchant for perfectionism was commissioned to get as close to perfection as was possible. The fort the architect built was a wonder of beauty. It was a magnificent work of art that could hardly be called a fort at all, but it had come at the cost of exorbitant over-budgeting and a bloated construction team. The architect had given no quarter to compromise in his quest for perfection. Several dozen fatalities occurred as a result of forcing exhausted personnel into realizing unrealistically ambitious blueprints. In effect, the fort was built on the graves of those construction workers. However, the suffering fort cause continued even after the battle had come to an end. Although the suffering was in the form of gross overtaxation needed to maintain the fort. What have I chosen? I chose the wrong architect. Whoops. There was a man who was held under suspicion of murder, only to be released. The man was an assassin who took high reward contracts. So he could protect children who had nowhere else to go from being cruelly exploited. The man was an inalienable part of the orphanage he ran, not only in the sense that someone had to run the orphanage, but also in the sense that the presence of a strong, capable man was needed to ward predators away from it. So he was a good guy. The man took in many more children who had nowhere else to go and raised many more children before seeing them off into adulthood. He did this time and time again with child after child. The number of children he took in paled in comparison to the number of victims that fell before him. There was a group of people who revered an otherworldly deity, and that deity heard their prayers. The deity's ascent on the world was met with tears of joy and cries of jubilation from its devout followers. However, the devout had fundamentally misunderstood the true nature of their hallowed deity, and by the time the devout had realized their grievous error, it was too late. The deity consumed them all. I let them do their thing, and they died for it. For what purpose and what gain did the believers offer up their prayers? In truth, they flocked together simply to escape the harshness of a reality they couldn't accept. They were roped in by comforting rhetoric and people telling each other what they wanted to hear. Amongst believers, there was no rejection. They worshipped the same god and shared the same values. The worship of the otherworldly deity was ultimately an illusionary front. All they really wanted was to bask in the warmth of acceptance. There was a report entrusted to a hero that made its way to a certain captain. Captain, never the hard worker, made his name known, coming to command an even larger unit than he had before. He was known for being kind, diligent, and open and honest in his dealings with people. But alas, he was not qualified to be a leader of men. Battle inevitably demands human sacrifice, a reality he couldn't face. This came to the fore in one enemy cleanup operation where his concern for his men led to indecision and stalled command. He had worked from the start under the assumption that any loss was unacceptable. Although a degree of loss was unavoidable, the operation shouldn't have led to his entire unit being wiped out. Captain stood paralyzed at the events unfolding before his eyes, the sight of his men falling one by one. Unable to bear watching the total slaughter of his men, the slaughter of his men, he fled. Coward. There was a floundering mining village that clung to its outdated trade even though the times had left it behind. The village's mine was occupied by fiends. There were two prevailing opinions amongst the villagers on what they should do about the fiends: to either give up the mine and find a new way of life, or to cling to their outmoded tradition. However, that question was answered for them by the sound of explosives sealing the coal mine off. The death knells of the coal trade had rung, signaling to the villagers to move on to something else. The villagers needed a new trade to keep the village from falling apart, so they sought one out doggedly. And so the villagers began selling decorative accessories crafted from the augite that they had harvested on the outskirts of their village. The first of the village attracted few customers. Most of the visitors of the village did turn their nose up at their made trinkets. However, it wasn't long before the high quality of their hand and heart-made crafts started turning heads. More and more people flocked to the village to see the fabled wares for themselves. It was the end of an old era and the beginning of a new one. It's safe to say the village will prosper for a long, long time to come. There was a girl in the misty forest who sought to tame a fiend. I'm actually interested how this one turns out. The girl and the fiend chanced upon each other in the forest almost immediately after the fiend was born. Okay. The fiend was a constant source of companionship, an irreplaceable presence with which she shared many memories. The fiend would snuggle up to her completely at peace. The two continued to share time together over the coming months and years. As they did, their bond grew stronger still. The fiend would sleep beside the girl, and she had nothing to fear from it, for she had thoroughly tamed it. Several years later, the girl became a professional fiend tamer, holding live shows across the world. Really? I didn't think that would be it. Audiences responded to her talents with shock, laughter, and everything in between. They couldn't get enough of her taming act, and eventually the public's fears of fiends melted away. Huh. A grief-stricken man called X plotted revenge for the family taken from him. As part of that revenge, he would steal from the rich and give to the poor. His plot was nearing the final stages. X brought his figurative blade down on the object of his revenge. The man he struck out at lost everything. He lost his company to bankruptcy, and in turn his employees that had depended on the company lost everything as well. The man and his associates had no homes of their own. They lived together in a cramped, muddy shanty. The lives they led were impoverished, no different from those led by those that X had protected. X's revenge was complete. He had stamped the objects of his ire down to the level of the poor they were responsible for creating. So I think we did the right thing there. There was a small village under the iron fist of oppression. The captain responsible was never disciplined for his actions. Yeah, that one's on me. The court-martial determined that his distinguished track record and loyalty in serving his country spoke to an upstanding character, not that of a tyrant. The captain went to fix issues critical to national security, one after another. Several dozen years later, the captain had risen to effectively take the reins of the country. The country was set to enter a long-standing era of peace and security, but not of the kind the public wanted. Civil unrest over democratization began to break out, and the military had its hands full of suppressing protest. The crackdown racked up a death toll in the thousands. The country's economy was hit hard. The utopian nation the captain had envisioned wouldn't be long for this world. Awkward. There was a man charmed by the allure of artifacts. He would acquire the artifacts he earned in exchange for money. He acquired them without having to lift a finger, so his hunger for more grew unsated. He developed a moment-to-moment obsession with artifacts. They were all he could think of, and he would do anything to acquire more of them. He began to activate the artifacts he had to hand. to help him gather more of them. Eventually, he came to think nothing of killing people if it meant acquiring another collection piece. It was fair trade to him, one life for one artifact, an occasion, an entire village of lives for one artifact. What have I created? I created a monster! And so his lust for artifacts became a bloodlust by implication. The man's craze raged continued unabated, for the influence of deep-seated greed cannot be easily undone. Well, that's that. There was a group of golems who ceaselessly awaited the return of their master. He died. Their faces betrayed no expression, and their voices no emotion, but underneath their stoic veneer they were anxious for his return. But a new master appeared to take his place. The golem recognized the individual as their master before returning to their preordained duties. They quietly ceased functioning after their operation imperatives were complete. Golems were gradually worn away by the time that passed as they awaited their new master's return. They would wait for his return, right up until the moment they completely crumbled into dust. There was a man looking to break into a new field and breach a new dimension. However, the new world he sought out eluded him. Instead, the world tied down by the dimensional wedge was one afflicted with a terrible curse. It was a world of bloody conflict and pain, roamed by monsters unlike anything he'd ever seen. The monsters happened upon the dimensional tear wrought upon by the wedge and used it as a passage from which to launch their invasion. Their hellish appearance was the last thing the man saw before they bore down upon him. And what started as a small innocuous tear in the dimensional fabric became a larger as time passed. The monsters came through the tear at first, one by one, but the day the monsters that have crossed into the world numbers and swarms is nigh. Well, that's too bad. I opened the wrong gate. There was a man who conducted inhumane experiments as part of his preparation for the impending cataclysm. His goals necessitated victims. However, his ambitions were foiled by a turn of events. One of the subjects he had imprisoned escaped and informed the authorities of the illegal experimentation. The man was captured shortly after attempting his escape. The man had plenty of time to reflect on his situation from the comfort of a prison cell. He realized there was nothing he could do to achieve his ends before the encroachment of the cataclysm began. He took his own life in that cell, and no one knows whether he did it from regret at not finishing his work or from remorse for having conducted unethical experiments. The world may never know. There was a ruin surrounded by a moat of poison and gas, and a man eager to purify the ruin. A certain creature provided the catalyst to purifying the area around the ruin. Yeah, those frogs I caught. The man had figured this much out on his own, but he was unable to find the creature itself. Through a chance turn of events, the man acquired the creature, and just as he had hypnotized, the creature absorbed the surrounding poison gas, exhaling clean, breathable air in exchange. First step to purifying the entire area had been taken. Encouraged by the results of his research into the creature, the man set about capturing another one, then another and another. And research was going well when the man hit a sudden realization. The frogs were overpopulating. There was no more of the creatures anywhere to be found. He had captured every single last one of them. He hurried to right the situation, stimulating captive breeding in the creature, but shifts in the environmental ecosystem hampered his efforts. Without the creature to absorb the air, it became increasingly dense with poison gas. The man's well-intentioned plans had gone awry. Within years, the poison gas zone had expanded. It came to cover an expanse of deadly plains that no human could enter with a hope to leave alive. Oh well. Can't win them all. There was a village that had attracted the ire of a dragon, all because of one boastful warrior's whims. The dragon lamented that it only wanted to protect its egg and nothing more. The villagers made peace with the dragon, for neither had anything to gain from conflict with the other. Several years later, the dragon's egg hatched. The dragon had always hated humans, having only gotten to know them through conflict, but seeing its hatchling changed that. The dragon realized that humans, just like its hatchling, were fragile little creatures. And if it didn't protect those people just as intended to protect its own hatchling, they would eventually die off. The dragon became the protector. The dragon kept a distant watch on humanity from beyond the horizon, swooping in to preemptively avert disaster from befalling them. Oh, that's actually my favorite one so far. Over the years, there were numerous sightings of this dragon savior. People took to calling it the Guardian Dragon. The Guardian Dragon became an object of worship to people around the world. It became a symbol of hope. There was a man researching short-range teleportation, whose experiment catastrophically failed, making it impossible for him to exist in one place. He left behind memos in the hope that someone would save him. At first, he was level-headed, but as time went both his mind and body weakened. He began to panic. Fortunately, he was saved in the nick of time. Unfazed by his failures, he set about his research once again. And fabricated a ring that would allow anyone to make use of short-range teleportation. The ring's popularity spread across the world in the blink of an eye. Uptake was so high that it was estimated that everyone would have one soon after it went on sale. And they did. People gave up walking as there was simply no need to anymore. The dependence on everyday short-range teleportation weakened people's legs. I saw this coming like a Wall-E style. In the relative short term, people's legs grew shorter. And in the long term, the human leg became a decorational appendage. There was a group of researchers investigating how to create the best equipment possible in response to the impending cataclysm. The conclusion they arrived at was to craft equipment from crystallized artifacts. However, whilst they were able to craft the finest equipment available from the artifacts, they were unable to acquire the prerequisite artifact themselves. In their moment of need, they received crystallized artifact from someone sympathetic to their cause. The equipment they made from the crystallized artifacts were imbued with immense power. No doubt that power was invaluable aid in thwarting the cataclysm. And that it was. The world fell under a spell of peace. The need for powerful equipment fell, as did the numbers of ferocious fiends. And with no need for the equipment, there was no need for the researchers responsible for creating it. The researchers were disbanded, scattered to the corners of the world, and or, better or worse, their expertise was never needed again in their lifetimes. There was a fort, which was as close to a fiend's nest as a fort could be. The fort was protected from the fiends by a barrier of artifact origin. However, that artifact was planned to be passed on to someone on a quest to stop the cataclysm. That's 22, if you ask me. However, the planned exchange never took place. As such, the fort stood throughout the fight against the cataclysm and beyond. Normality returned to the world once more. In fact, the number of fiends around the fort were actually down compared to when it was before the cataclysm, and extremely disappeared entirely. The fort became an honored gravesite for the soldiers that had befallen in the battles against the cataclysm, attracting tourists from far and wide. Everyone that visited the site was moved by it. The thoughts, feelings, and memories of all the soldiers that served there, courage, anger, solitude, love, grief, live on in the walls of the fort. The fort remains as a living monument to their battles. I feel like if I didn't leave the artifact, that fort would be gone. Will you see the cataclysm within yourself? One last question. One last choice. That's been the whole point of this game, right? To stop the cataclysm, we gotta commit, right? Yes. The valiant struggle against the cataclysm came to an end when he became one with the cataclysm itself. He imprisoned the cataclysm in its totality within his body. But the cataclysm had only been suppressed, given the slightest chance it would take over his body, and from there, the world. But by the same token, keeping the cataclysm perfectly under control would keep it from raising the world again. Told you I was the cataclysm. I knew it. Keeping it under control should have meant an internal struggle within the cataclysmic void for the hero, but then, just as he was on the cusp of falling into the void, a voice called out to him. His closest companions pulled him back into this world. Does that include the dog that left me? Abandoned me? And pulled him free of the cataclysm's influence. He waded through the darkness, parting it like waist-high grass as he went. Staggered down the path back to his world as if drawn by the voices of his companions on the other side of the void. Bonds with his companions lit his way back through the darkness. Humanity is unique, and has collective power to save its own kind, and that collective power had reached out to him. What greater evidence of his humanity could there be? However, the cataclysm hadn't entirely been left behind in the void. Part of it would continue to reside in this world, within his body. It would remain there, biding its time. The end. Wow.